Imagine a time, over 2,000 years ago, a land of warring kingdoms, immense wealth, and powerful dynasty. A land on the brink of invasion by the world's greatest conqueror, Alexander the Great. Now, picture a young boy, born into obscurity around 340 BCE. No one knew it then, but this boy was destined to rise from nothing, topple an empire, and forge one of the largest empires the world had ever seen. His name was Chandragupta Maurya, and his story is more epic than any movie. How did a commoner, a boy with no royal blood, unite a fractured subcontinent and challenge the successors of Alexander himself? His journey is a masterclass in strategy, ambition, and the sheer power of will. Stick around, because we're about to uncover the incredible life of the man who created the Mauryan Empire. The story begins in a volatile India. The north was a patchwork of small, feuding states, and in the east, the powerful but deeply unpopular Nanda Empire ruled from its capital Patna. The Nandas were known for their immense wealth, but also for their tyranny and greed. Discontent was simmering just beneath the surface, waiting for a spark. And that spark was about to be lit. In 326 BCE, Alexander the Great and his Macedonian army crossed the Indus River, bringing the might of the West crashing into India. While he defeated King Porus in the famous Battle of the Hydaspes, his soldiers, weary and homesick, refused to march further east towards the formidable Nanda army. Alexander turned back, leaving a power vacuum and a wave of new ideas in his wake. It was in this chaotic environment that a brilliant, sharp-tongued scholar named Chanakya, also known as Kautilya, was publicly insulted by the Nanda king. Swearing revenge, Chanakya began his search for a worthy leader who could help him overthrow the Nanda. Legend says he found a young Chandragupta, perhaps playing a game of mock royal court with his friends. Chanakya saw a fire in the boy's eyes, a natural-born leader. He took Chandragupta under his wing, training him in military strategy, economics, and statecraft at the renowned University of Taxila. This was the meeting that would change the course of Indian history forever, the union of a brilliant mind and a fearless warrior. With Chanakya's guidance, Chandragupta didn't immediately attack the heart of the Nanda Empire. That would have been suicide. Instead, they began a brilliant campaign of guerrilla warfare, starting from the outskirts. Around 324 BCE, they started conquering the territories in the northwest, the very lands left in disarray by Alexander's departure. He built a formidable army, recruiting soldiers from various clans and republics who were tired of foreign and domestic rule. He systematically captured province after province, building his power base and winning the loyalty of the people. This wasn't just a conquest, it was a liberation. He was seen not as an invader, but as a unifier. Each victory brought him closer to his ultimate prize, the throne of Pataliputra. The final showdown was set. By approximately 322 BC, Chandragupta and his battle-hardened army marched on the capital Pataliputra. The ensuing battle was fierce, but the Nanda Dynasty, weakened by internal corruption and unpopular with its own subjects, was no match for Chandragupta's strategic genius and motivated forces. The last Nanda king, Dhanananda, was defeated and overthrown. At the young age of about 20, Chandragupta Maurya ascended the throne, marking the beginning of the Mauryan Empire in 322 BCE. He wasn't just a new king. He was the first emperor, or Chakravartin, a universal ruler who would unite the Indian subcontinent under a single banner for the very first time. But his challenges were far from over. In the west, Alexander's empire had been carved up by his generals. One of them, Seleucus Nikator, controlled the eastern territories, including parts of modern-day Afghanistan and Pakistan. In 305 BCE, Seleucus attempted to reconquer the Indian provinces Alexander had once held. He crossed the Indus, expecting an easy victory, but he found a very different India. He was met not by a collection of small states, but by the unified, colossal army of the Mauryan Empire. The details of the war are scarce, but the outcome is clear. The Mauryan-Seleucid War ended around 303 BCE with a decisive victory for Seleucus was forced to cede a vast amount of territory, including the regions of Arya, Arachosia, and Parapamisadi, essentially all of modern Afghanistan and parts of Pakistan. In return, Chandragupta gifted Seleucus 500 war elephants, a prized military asset that Seleucus would later use to great effect in his own wars. To seal the peace treaty, a marriage alliance was formed. Many historians believe Chandragupta married a daughter of Seleucus, creating a powerful political and family bond between the two empires. This victory not only secured Chandragupta's western frontier, but also established the Mauryan Empire as a major world power, respected from India to the Mediterranean. With the empire secure, Chandragupta and Chanakya turned to governance. Chanakya, serving as the prime minister, authored the Artha, a groundbreaking treatise on statecraft, economic policy, and military strategy. It's a practical guide to running an empire. Under their leadership, the Mauryan administration became a well-oiled machine. They established a common currency, which boosted trade and commerce across the vast empire. A network of spies kept the emperor informed, ensuring stability and preventing rebellions. They built roads, including the precursor to the Grand Trunk Road, connecting the far-flung parts of the empire and facilitating travel and trade. Justice was swift, and the laws were strict, creating a safe and orderly society. It was an era of unprecedented prosperity and unity. The boy from nowhere had built an efficient, powerful, and prosperous state that stretched from the Bay of Bengal in the east to Afghanistan in the west, from the Himalayas in the north to the Deccan Plateau in the south. After a glorious reign of about 24 years, Chandragupta's story takes a surprising and profound turn. Towards the end of his life, he came under the influence of the giant teacher, but embracing the giant principles of nonviolence and asceticism. Chandragupta made a decision that shocks historians to this day. Around 298 BCE, he abdicated the throne, passing the vast empire he had built to his son Bindu. He renounced all worldly possessions and power. He then traveled south with Bajrabahu and a group of monks to a place called There, in a cave on a hill now known as Chandragiri, he lived a life of a true ascetic. Following the strict Jain practice of Salikana, he voluntarily fasted until his death in approximately 297 BC. The mighty emperor, the conqueror who commanded vast armies and ruled over millions, chose to end his life in the most humble and peaceful way imaginable. It is a testament to his incredible character, a man who could conquer a continent but also had the strength to conquer his own desires and walk away from it all. His legacy lived on through his son Bindusara and his legendary grandson, Ashoka the Great, who would expand the empire to its greatest extent. Chandragupta Maurya's story is a timeless reminder that, with vision, strategy, and unwavering determination, even the most impossible dreams can be realized. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey through ancient India. If you enjoyed learning about the incredible life of Chandragupta Maurya, please hit that like button and subscribe for more epic stories from history. Let me know in the comments which historical figure you'd like to see next. See you in the next video.